I spent 11 days in Tanzania, and here's everything you need to know. Let's dive into the itinerary. We spent 3 nights in Zanzibar before heading to the mainland for safari, 2 nights around Lake Manyara and Ngorongoro, and 6 nights in the Serengeti. After a 31-hour travel day, we were picked up from the airport and went straight to Mamas of Zanzibar, an immersive cooking experience where we spent time with the local women, shopped for ingredients at the market, and learned how to make traditional Swahili food. On the way to our hotel, we toured historic Stone Town with our guide Imran. Stone Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that showcases Swahili coastal trading culture through its blend of Arab, Indian, Persian, and European influences. We spent the full day on the water with Dream Dhow Zanzibar. Our boat took us to Memba Island, where we saw dolphins, snorkeled with tropical fish, and had an amazing lunch on board. We took it easy on our last day in Zanzibar. We walked to Baraka Natural Aquarium, a sanctuary for sea turtles that are accidentally caught in fishing nets. The turtles might nip at you, but other than that, they're such beautiful creatures, and it was so peaceful getting to spend time in the water with them. We caught an early bush flight from Zanzibar to Lake Manyara. The bush flights are really interesting because not only are they tiny planes, but they act more like a flying shuttle or bus system than an actual commercial flight. There's no assigned seating, and the planes make multiple stops along the way. Once we landed, our guide Guga picked us up to check into our accommodation for the next 2 nights, and then we headed out into our first game drive in Lake Manyara before we went back to our lodge for dinner. This day we left before sunrise for Ngorongoro Crater, home to one of the densest wildlife populations in Africa, including all of the Big Five. We saw so many incredible animals that day, including lions, wildebeest, zebras, hippos, and rhinos, even though we saw the rhinos from far away. We had breakfast at a picnic spot overlooking a hippo pool, and we ended the day with a surprise lunch from our travel agents at Roan Travel Design before returning home. We were off to our next stop, so we took another bush flight from Lake Manyara to Kokatende Airstrip, where our guide James picked us up. This was probably the smallest plane I'd ever been on. I think it was a 12-seater. On our way to Tossa Migration Camp, our accommodation for the next 2 nights, we went straight into a game drive, hoping to witness a Great Migration river crossing. We waited a few hours that day and even had lunch, hoping to see them cross, but although they were too scared to cross that day, the wildlife sightings were still incredible. We were up by 4 a.m. for a hot air balloon ride with Serengeti balloon safaris. Floating above the Serengeti as the sun rose was definitely a bucket list experience. It was such an early start to the day, but so worth it. After landing, we enjoyed an incredible breakfast in the bush before driving back to meet our guide for one last game drive to end the day. Okay, this video is getting way too long, so come back for part 2 of the itinerary.